Hey guys, we're looking at week 5, part 2. I apologize. We had a fire alarm go off as I was recording, and it obviously had no way of pausing the video. With that being said, we'll jump right back so we don't have to watch 2 videos or I don't have to re-record. So our order of operations, we know parentheses or any grouping symbols. I know there's more than parentheses. People will try and correct you, but this should give you a decent idea. And then powers or roots. So any exponents. So you're squaring something or cubing or taking a square root. That will be next. Multiplication and division from left to right. So just because we say multiplication and division doesn't mean multiplication is over division. They have the same priority. So work left to right. And same thing with addition and subtraction. They have the same priority, and those are the last things we do, and we work left to right. Okay, the acronym we can use is PEMDAS or GEMDAS, and we have this little jingle, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So if we take a look at this big, long expression, there's a lot of different things, so bear with me as I copy it down. So sometimes these look very intimidating. You're like, oh, I don't even know where to begin. Well, just start with what you know. So first thing I see is parentheses. So I know that's first. 8 plus 8 is 16. Okay, then I see a square root and a square. So I know I do those before any multiplication or division or addition and subtraction. I know the square root of 16 is 4. I know 3 squared is 9. Okay, and I would just keep rewriting it. It feels like it's going to take so much time, but to do all of these steps mentally is going to be near impossible, and it's really not best practice by any means. So just keep rewriting, so that way if we needed to go back and check our work, we could. So subtraction, division, addition, and multiplication. Okay, so I know I do division and multiplication left to right. So 16 divided by 4 is 4. We're still subtracting that from 5. 9 times 2 is 18. And we're still adding that. So I get 5 minus 4 plus 18. 5 minus 4 is 1 plus 18 is 19. Okay. So a lot of different steps, but just do, okay, we know how to add. We know what the square root of 16 is. We know what 3 squared is. Okay, and then we know 16 divided by 4. We know 9 times 2. And then we have addition and subtraction from there. Okay, we use exponents with fractions and decimals, negative numbers. Again, it's the same thing. We're just multiplying it by itself. So if I have 2/3 squared, for example, 3, okay, well, I can think of this 2 different ways. I can think of this as 2 squared over 3 squared, because I'm not just squaring the numerator or denominator, I'm doing both. So this gives me 4 9s, or I can think of it as 2/3 squared as 2/3 times 2/3, 2 times 2 over 3 times 3. Either way, we get the same thing. So we can use exponents with negative numbers, with fractions, with really anything we can raise to an exponent. So you guys will do a lot more work with exponents down the road. All right, and then the last one we're doing for this week is lesson 93. We are classifying triangles. Sorry, I've been kicked out more than once. I want to make sure that's still recording. So classifying triangles. Again, we have 3 sides, 3 interior angles. All the angles always add up to 180. So we can classify by angles or sides. Classifying by their sides, we have equilateral, which means all 3 sides are equal. Isosceles means 2 of the 3 sides are equal, and then scalene means that all three are different. So no sides are the same. And that's our only three options because we only have three sides. So either they're all different, two are the same, or three are the same. And then we have the ability to classify them by their angles. So we have acute, which means all of the angles are less than 90 degrees. A right triangle means that one of our angles is 90 degrees or a right angle. And then obtuse means one of our angles is greater than 90 degrees. Again, you may say, well, this right triangle has an acute and acute, okay, but it has one right angle, so we call it a right triangle. And there's going to be, we can't have three obtuse angles or three right angles in a triangle. There's always going to be an acute angle because they add up to 180. So it can't be 90 plus 90 plus 90, or 100 plus 100 plus 100. That would be more than 180. So if all of them are acute, it's an acute triangle. If one of them is right angle, it's a right triangle. If one of them is obtuse, then it's an obtuse triangle. Okay, and we'll look at how we can classify these in the practice set, but really, so if we have, we'll just do our own little, let's say we have this, these two sides are the same. We usually use tick marks or something like that. So we could classify this by its sides, two sides that are the same. So isosceles, but then we look at these angles and they're all obviously less than 90 degrees or acute. So this would be an acute isosceles triangle. Okay, so we can classify it by the sides and the angles. So it may fall under multiple categories when we're doing that. Okay, and then we will go over the practice set in class. That is it for this week. Thank you guys. Sorry about the interrupted recording, but we'll go from there.